Japan is a country we all know and love for its stunning beauty, its incredible discipline, and its mind-blowing technology. But behind the perfectly clean streets, the quiet temples, and the orderly schools, there are shadows. And in those shadows live legends so disturbing, even many locals refuse to talk about them after the sun goes down. These aren't just spooky stories told around a campfire. These are Japanese urban legends that still haunt the country to this very day. Let's start with a classic, one that sends a chill down anyone's spine who hears it. Imagine you're walking home alone, late at night. The streets are empty. Suddenly, you see a figure ahead. A woman wearing a surgical mask, which isn't unusual in Japan. She blocks your path. She leans in close, her eyes locked on yours, and asks a simple question. Watashi kaire? Am I beautiful? Your mind races. What do you say? If you answer no, she pulls out a pair of long, sharp scissors and ends your life right there. So the obvious answer is yes, right? You say, yes, you're beautiful. A moment of relief. But then, she slowly reaches up and pulls down her mask. Her mouth is sliced open from ear to ear in a grotesque, bloody grin. And she asks again, her voice now distorted, Kori demo? How about now? There is no correct answer. If you scream or say no, she kills you. If you hesitate or say yes again, she follows you home and kills you at your own front door. Some say if you respond with, you look average or so-so, it might confuse her long enough for you to escape. This is the legend of the Kutchasake Anna, the slit-mouthed woman. The stories say she was once a beautiful but vain woman, punished by a jealous husband. Now, her vengeful spirit is cursed to wander the streets forever, asking a question with no right answer. Now picture this, it's late. You're near a train station, the last train has long gone. All you can hear is the wind, and another sound, a rhythmic scraping sound, teek, teek, teek. It's getting closer. You look around, but you don't see anything. The sound gets faster. Teek, 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 teek. Suddenly you see it. It's the ghost of a young girl, but she has no lower body. She's dragging herself forward on her hands and elbows, moving at an impossible speed. This is Teek Teek. The legend says she was a schoolgirl who tragically fell onto a railway line and was cut in half by an oncoming train. Her rage and agony were so immense that her spirit remained, forever searching for her missing legs. She is unbelievably fast, able to outrun a car, and if she catches you, she pulls out a scythe or a saw, and with one swift motion, she cuts you in half, making you just like her. They say running is useless. By the time you hear her, she's already right behind you. Schools in Japan are centers of learning and friendship, but they also hold some of the darkest secrets. In almost every elementary school, students whisper about the girls' bathroom, specifically the third stall from the end. They dare each other, but no one really wants to try it. This is the home of Hanako-san, the ghost of the toilet. The ritual is simple. You must go to the third-floor girls' bathroom, stand before the third stall, and knock 3 times. Then, you ask in a trembling voice, Hanako-san, asobimasho? Hanako-san, let's play. Sometimes there's no answer. But if you hear a faint reply from inside, hi, which means yes, you should run. Do not open that door. The stories from those who dared to look vary, but they are all terrifying. Some say a small hand with bloodied fingers will reach out and drag you into the toilet, pulling you down into the depths, never to be seen again. Others say Hanako-san herself will appear, a little girl with a bob haircut and a red skirt, before taking you away. The origin of Hanako-san is often linked to a child who died tragically in a school bathroom, perhaps during an air raid in World War II, or even at the hands of a bully or an abusive parent. She's a sad, lonely spirit, but one you do not want to disturb. Let's stay in the school bathroom for our next legend, because Hanako-san isn't the only spirit lurking there. When you're alone in a stall, a mysterious voice might speak to you. It will ask, "Akai kami, aoi kami?" Red paper or blue paper? This is Akamanto, which translates to red cloak or red cape. He is described as a handsome spirit who is so beautiful in life that he had to hide his face. Now he haunts bathrooms, presenting you with a terrible choice. Think carefully before you answer. If you choose red paper, Aka Manto will slice and stab you with a knife until your clothes are soaked bright red with your own blood. A truly gruesome end. If you choose blue paper, he will strangle you until your face and body turn a ghastly shade of blue from lack of oxygen. What if you tried to be clever and ask for a different color? He'll just drag you down to the underworld. So what can you do? Is there any way to survive? The only way out is to say nothing. If you ignore the voice completely, Akae Manto may just leave you alone. The lesson here? Never answer a strange voice in a public toilet. Our final legend is different. It's not a ghost that appears before you, it's a poem. A poem known as Tomino's Hell. It was written by Sayu Yaso in 1919, and on the surface, it's just a dark, surreal poem about a child named Tomino who descends into the different levels of Buddhist hell. But according to the legend, this poem is cursed. It is said that you should never, ever read it out loud. The warning is dire. Those who break the rule and recite the words are said to suffer terrible consequences. Misfortune, accidents, debilitating illness, or even unexplained death are said to follow soon after. In Japanese folklore, there's a belief called koto-dama, the idea that words themselves can hold spiritual power. And this particular combination of words is said to carry a powerful, listening curse. The story gained a lot of traction online, with people daring each other to read it. Many who claim to have read it aloud reported feeling unwell, experiencing a sense of dread, or having minor accidents shortly after. Was it the power of suggestion, or is there really a curse embedded in the text? The poem describes Tomino's journey through suffering and pain, and maybe, just maybe, reading it aloud invites that suffering into your own life. These legends Kachisake Ana, Tik Tik, Hanako-san, Akaya Manto, and Tomino's Hell are just a few of the countless stories that lurk in the collective consciousness of Japan. What makes them so terrifying isn't that they are loud or monstrous in the typical sense. They don't always jump out and scream. They wait. They whisper. They ask you a question on a lonely street. They make a sound you can't quite place. They exist in the most mundane, everyday places, a public bathroom, a quiet road, a school, even a simple piece of paper. They blur the line between the normal and the nightmarish. The scariest part is that these legends feel so real, so plausible in their settings. They make you think twice about walking home alone, about using a public restroom, about the sounds you hear in the quiet of the night. So, let me ask you, after hearing all this, would you dare test any of them alone? Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this journey into the dark side of Japan, don't forget to subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more unsettling tales from around the world. And let me know in the comments which one of these legends you find the most terrifying. Stay safe out there.